welcome back, man. I appreciate everybody, man. This Eve back again with a hit the sled, coming back. I told y'all we're gonna be coming back, man. More and more improvements to our podcasts and stuff like that. More's coming, man. We got a new intro, new outro. You gotta stay with me, man, cause more coming, man. More's coming down the line. But on today's episode, man, first of all, before we go any further, please, man, go out, subscribe, follow me. I'm on Twitter. Well, now it's called X, Instagram, on YouTube. Go to my channel, subscribe, follow me. I'm on Facebook. Come out, man. Support me, follow me. And as this thing picks up more and more steam, man, I got more and more ideas coming. We slowly trying to put everything together, man, but it's going to come. It's going to come, man. Y'all just stay with me, man. It's going to come, man. Trust me, it's coming. But on today's episode, before we go any further, on today's episode, we're going to talk about that win yesterday from Colorado, man. That win yesterday, on Saturday night. Colorado went over their arch rivals at CSU, Colorado State University. Man, what a game. What a game. Before we even get to the game, first you got to go back to what happened on Thursday, I believe, when Colorado State head coach Jay Novell said what he said about Coach Prime. I'm sure a lot of y'all heard about it, saw the comments and stuff like that, and that sparked this rivalry even more. Us here on the East, we don't really know too much about it, but after reading on it a lot more, it is a hatred rivalry, even though both teams have been down in the last couple of years. So it's been a rivalry out there, and man, was it what a game. What a game, man. Let's talk about Coach Prime on Saturday, day before the game. Man, Coach Prime was everywhere. Both ESPN and Fox was there in Colorado. This is 3 weeks in a row for Fox to do their pregame show in Colorado. I can't say I remember the last time when a network pregame show leading into their games on a Saturday has spent 3 weekends in a row at a particular school. Think about that. That's the power of Coach Prime, man. That's the power of what he's doing down there in Colorado, man. It's a hell of a thing going on out there. And looking at all the pre-games, watching it on game day on ESPN and the big noon kickoff on Fox, man, they had just about everything going. On Fox, they had Lil Wayne going. On ESPN, they had The Rock out there. I don't remember the last time I saw something like that. I've been watching college football since I was a little youngin'. I don't remember the last time I remember seeing something like this. This is amazing for one school to have these networks battling each other on the same day. That's not a bowl game. That should tell you right now about Coach Prime and what he has going on down there in Colorado. As far as the game itself, first, before we even get to the game itself, we got to talk about the incidents before the game. It was all over social media, all over Twitter, all over Instagram. Man, they was fighting. They was getting ready to fight before the game. Man, you had Shador out there getting ready to fight. You had Travis Hunter out there getting ready to fight. Man, I'm trying to tell you, it was a lot of hatred going on. It was a lot going on. It was borderline Ohio State, Michigan out there. It ain't on that level. Let's not get it twisted. I ain't saying it's on that level. But they was going at it. They was going at it pregame. And, man, it had everybody hype. I had people calling me saying, man, we can't wait to watch the game. They was talking about, man, get rid of Florida, Tennessee. Man, why they still got Florida, Tennessee on ESPN right now? Get rid of it. We don't need it. We trying to watch Prime in them. And the game started off, man. Man, that scene in Boulder, man, is something else right now. Whole stadium packed. Man, they had Lil Wayne coming out before the game, walking them out there. They had Lil Wayne performing before the game in the end zone. I'm trying to tell you, this what Coach Prime doing down there in Colorado. He got this whole thing energized. I feel like, man, it's back in the 90s again. when Cordell and them was out there. Rashawn Salam, Michael Westbrook, even Ray Caruth and them. Man, it was a hell of a scene out there, man. It was a hell of a scene. Lil Wayne and them came out, games get started. Man, they was out there hitting. Man, a lot of penalties. But that's about the emotions right now. They going back and forth. It was a lot of penalties, a lot of personal fouls. And I just feel like the referees were trying to get it under control, but them kids, them youngsters, they was ready. They was ready to go. They was ready. They was ready to go. And they came out there, man. They was hitting. Charlo had a nice play, got a pick six, and that was a great read by him. That was a great read by Charlo. Charlo had one of his better games against Colorado State. That was one of his better games he didn't have so far. You know, he's getting better. You know, they attacking him. They attack whenever they have an opportunity to attack Charlo on coverage. That's what they doing. You know, he had a pick six, and one of the unfortunate thing was Travis Hunter lay hit by that kid from Colorado State. That was a dirty play. He knew what he was doing. That ball was overthrown. It was in the sideline. It was all the way out of bounds. And that guy took some steps. He knew what he was doing. He hit Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter now reportedly is going to be out. Coach Prime said he's going to be out 3 weeks. He's going to miss the Oregon game. He's going to miss the USC game. That's a big loss for Colorado. We're going to get to that later on down the week. But that's a big loss for Colorado. But they came out, the game started, man. They was hitting. They was doing their thing. And you know, you can clearly tell from my opinion that Colorado need to stop finding a way to run the ball. They becoming too one-dimensional. Gotta run the ball. Because as they keep going further and further down the line, they're gonna have to find better ways to be multi-dimensional. It's too much. It's starting to be too much now on Shador. Colorado State knew they couldn't really run the ball, so what they did, they just pinned their ears back and was just coming out the quarterback. And what's going to happen is we're going to talk about that later on in this podcast right here when they play Oregon. What's going to happen there? How Oregon going to try to look at them. How Oregon going to try to attack them. And as far as the game was entertaining. Now, the first half took about 2 hours because of all the penalties they was throwing in early play, you know, and it was one of those things where it went on to like 12 midnight by the time they went to halftime. Man, I don't know about you. I couldn't stay up to 2, 3 in the morning, man. But I can tell you this is the first time I ever did something like this. I woke up, I squared away about 3:34. I went for my phone and tried to find out who won the game. And when I saw they won in double overtime, 42-35, 43-35 or something like that, I couldn't believe it. What a game. Recorded the game, though, came back in the second half and watched it. It was a hell of a game, man. That drive that Shador went on, and he talked about after the game on ESPN that it was he was in his Brady moment. That was a Tom Brady specialty too, by the way. And he did that himself. Shador has put in work. He's gotten better. He's clearly put in work. He's one of the top quarterbacks. He's top 3 quarterback right now playing college football. Top 3. Easy. He up there with Caleb and them, man. He up there with Caleb. And nobody going into the season thought he'd be up there. People thought that he'll be good, but not at the level he playing now. He playing at an all-time high, man. Shador is playing at an all-time high. And they ended up winning that game. That drive he went on, that 98-yard drive, that's a drive right there. That showed a lot. That he got command of what he's doing. Now, moving forward, they go into overtime. He drive them. They get there. They score the touchdowns, convert the 2-point conversions and all that. Hell of a job by Shador. Hell of a job, man. Hell of a job. Hell of a job. And also, we got to credit Jay Novell and Colorado State for them to play the way they did. Another black coach down there in Colorado State, he did a hell of a job, man, having them people ready, man. Them boys was ready. They were aggressive. They was bowling dirty on certain extensions, on certain instances, but they were ready to go. They were ready. And for them to do what they did, come out there and play as hard as they played, and man, that's a credit to him, man. So we gotta give Jay Novell some credit, man. Hopefully they can keep that momentum going, even though they didn't win the game. They can take it in their season and continue to move forward. And as we move forward with this particular instance with Colorado, man, they got a hell of a situation on their hands going down there in Oregon. Oregon will be by far the best team they played so far this year, and it's gonna be in Autzen Stadium down there in Oregon. They're gonna have the motorcycle, the duck on the. They're gonna have the duck on the motorcycle running, screaming, yelling down there. Folks are gonna be crazy. Autzen Stadium is a tough place to play, man. Tough place to play. We're gonna see now. They're gonna be missing Travis. They're gonna go down there, and for me, I truly believe, man, what's gonna happen is they have to find a way to run the ball. They cannot just try to win this game passing the ball. They got to find some type of way to run the ball. Oregon got some pass rushers. Oregon got people that can get to the quarterback. And I just believe that it's one of those instances where they have to be able to run the ball. You don't have to run the ball for big yards. I'm not saying they got to run the ball for 200-300 yards. But you got to have the attempts and be successful to make the defensive line and the defensive make them think about the run. One of the hardest things for an offensive lineman to do is just to pass protect all game. And now you're going to a loud stadium with fans going crazy. And you just one-dimensional, that's a tough pill to ask them kids. That line, I don't know if that line will be able to hold up to that. Got to find a way to run the ball. Got to find a way to take some pressure off Shedeur. Got to find some way. Defensively, they're gonna have to put pressure on that boy Bo Nix, man. They got to put pressure on him to try to get him to revert back to what he was at Auburn when he was throwing picks left and right. Now he's gotten better too. Let's give him some credit too. He's gotten better, but they got to try to get some pressure on him. They got to try to get some pressure on him because Oregon got some athletes out there at that receiver spot. So they got to be able to put some pressure on him, be able to hold up in coverage so that they can be able to get Bo Nix to revert back to what he was at Auburn. That's the most important thing. But I truly think it's going to be a barn burner. I think it's going to be a hell of a game. And I just believe that, hey, it's going to be their toughest test, man. But I think we're going to see. We're going to see what's going on down there in Austin, man. I truly appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay with me. This is my first one. I just wanted to make this video for this Colorado win over Colorado State. My conference play picks are coming this week. I'm truly am excited about this, man. Hit the sled. Man, y'all, man, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm everywhere, man. On YouTube, man. Follow me, man. Subscribe. Watch the videos, man. You know, because I got more stuff coming, more stuff playing down the line. We're gonna try to make this thing work, man. I truly appreciate y'all, man. But stay with me though. We coming. All right? Hit the sled. We here.